and awe. Total chaos in the Big Apple.
We've never seen rain like this.
The epic 500-year flood that left destruction in its wake.
And death in the basement, the family that could not escape.
Imagine returning home after this.
A lot of this stuff is ruined.
Then,
look at that tornado!
the new Tornado Alley.
People driving into it, they have no idea what the hell they are doing.
And Joe Rogan blowback.
Turns out I got COVID.
And he's taking horse medicine.
You could die from overdoses of ivermectin.
And the breakthrough COVID case hitting close to home.
Last week, she was told she had off-the-chart antibodies. Look at her today. Plus, vicious pit bulls on the attack. How all these neighbors came to the rescue. He used a tree trimmer. He got out his gun. Then,
Secrets of the house that can't burn down. Is this house fireproof?
Absolutely.
and Gator versus Drone. Not so yummy.
Don't eat that!
Inside Edition with
And thank you for joining us. It was a flood of historic proportions. The remnants of Hurricane Ida came through the Northeast overnight with such intense rain that some people drowned in their basement before they could escape. At least 29 deaths have been blamed on the storm. Amber Cogliano has more on the devastation that ended up being a lot worse than anyone expected.
Utter chaos. Paralysis gripped the nation's largest subway system. 8 million city residents were advised to stay at home. It's like a waterfall as this train pulls into the station. A wall of water sweeps over the platform. This subway staircase is absolutely inundated. It got so bad, the entire system was ordered shut down overnight. Today, it slowly crawled back to business. Passengers had to stand on the seats on this bus. Oh my God! For the first time in history, a flash flood emergency was declared for the city. On this street in Queens, New York, the flooding was so severe, police say 3 family members, including a 2-year-old boy, were found dead in the flooded basement of this 3-story home. Neighbors described the floodwaters as chest deep. As the water poured in, people here scrambled to safety.
When we have catastrophic flooding like this, then the most dangerous place to be is in the low-lying areas and pathways the water is going to take. And basement apartments are definitely one of the places that people need to get out of when there's severe rain coming.
We've never seen rain like this.
U.S. Tennis Open in Queens was underway.
We saw a horrifying storm last night, unlike anything we have seen before.
Apartment after apartment was inundated with water. And imagine heading down to your basement and seeing this.
I fell.
Chris
Once.
in video in his wrecked basement.
Doors smashed, 5.5, 6 feet of water. Came right through, hit me, knocked me down.
Actress Busy Phillips faced a similar nightmare in her basement in Brooklyn.
This is the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Jenna Metcalf posted this video from her flooded Manhattan apartment. There was nothing to do but flee.
I would say probably like 8 inches is what we were.
8 inches of water in here last night.
Stephen Fabian was with Jenna when she went to her apartment today to inspect the damage.
I mean, a lot of this stuff is ruined, right? It's ruined.
Yeah.
There was like a river coming through here last night.
Yeah.
But among the devastation, some only in New York moments. This guy is relaxing in the downpour on a floating beach chair. And this Uber Eats delivery man kept to his appointed rounds.
Really hope he got a good tip. States of emergency have been declared both in New York State and in New Jersey, where the most destructive tornado in state history tore through. Les Trent with more on that.
Look at that tornado!
You can hear the terror in this man's voice as a huge tornado bears down on his hometown.
Monster tornado!
This homeowner could see it coming too.
Holy crap.
The twister tore through the town of Mullica Hill, New Jersey. The most powerful tornado ever to hit the state. You can see home after home destroyed.
Look at this, the damage is unbelievable. It looks like a dollhouse there, just ripped open. You can see a couch sitting on the second floor there. There's debris scattered around the lawn. Look at this house over here. This house is completely destroyed, just one small part of it standing. And then next door, the back part of this house is completely gone.
Ashley Thomas is 8 months pregnant. She, her husband Troy, and their 2 young daughters sheltered in the basement of their now destroyed home.
Our house looks the worst, but I look at all my neighbors and I'm worried about them and their families and their kids. And we just have such a great neighborhood and community. Someone's going to take us in, I'm sure of it.
The remnants of Hurricane Ida created a line of tornadoes in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, where meteorologist Matthew Capucci tried to stop people driving into a twister.
Tornado right now, tornado in Annapolis, Maryland. People driving into it, they have no idea what the hell they are doing. Guys, stop, stop.
This terrified driver was rescued from his flooded car.
Stuck in this water, the car is filling up. Everybody, I can't move. There's people in kayaks about to pick me up. Holy cow.
Hour after hour of torrential rain caused flooding across the Northeast. The mayor of Passaic, New Jersey, braved the storm and went live on Facebook to warn residents to stay indoors.
Right now, we can only respond to life-threatening issues,
This is the stadium of that's going to be some rain delay. And this isn't a river. Look, it's a New Jersey highway. A house in Rahway, New Jersey actually exploded. Even mansions were caught in Ida's aftermath. Cardi B found her $5 million home in Atlanta flooded.
So wet. Oh my God, it's starting to stink.
All this havoc from a hurricane 1,500 miles long.
Absolutely incredible. The daily rainfall in New York City's Central Park on Wednesday was 7.1 inches. That almost doubles the previous record set back in 1927. Other news today, yet another prominent vaccine skeptic has come down with COVID. Joe Rogan, whose 11 million daily Spotify listeners have heard him speak dismissively about the vaccine, has tested positive. And the way he's treating himself is raising eyebrows. For one thing, he's taking a horse dewormer.
America's most popular podcaster, Joe Rogan, is taking heat today for how he's dealing with his COVID-19 diagnosis.
Turns out I got COVID.
The comedian and UFC commentator just revealed on Instagram that he caught COVID Sunday after a performance in hard-hit Florida.
I got fevers and sweats, and I knew what was going on.
To combat the virus, he's taking a cocktail of medications, including the controversial horse deworming drug ivermectin. That's the same drug the FDA warned people about taking, declaring, "You are not a horse. You are not a cow. Seriously, y'all, stop it."
We immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone.
3 days later, he claims he's cured. And now medical experts fear Rogan's millions of fans will follow his lead.
You could also die from overdoses of ivermectin. And I hope that people realize this and heed the advice of public health experts rather than Joe Rogan.
If there were a medicine that would really help with COVID, every doctor around the world would be using it.
And a breakthrough case is hitting close to home for us here at Inside Edition. 2 weeks ago, we followed Catherine Coughlin, wife of our Los Angeles bureau chief, as she took an antibody test, which lots of people believe tells you if your COVID vaccine is still effective.
Your antibodies are off the scale. They are unmeasurably high.
That's amazing.
Encouraged by the results, Catherine, an actress, flew to Seattle to take part in a horror movie convention. All fans had to show proof of vaccination. Catherine signed autographs and mingled with fans of an 80s cult hit she starred in called Sleepaway Camp. But 2 days after Catherine returned home to Los Angeles, she came down with COVID. How are you feeling, Catherine?
Not feeling too good. Kind of lousy.
What happened? Your antibodies were off the charts. We thought you couldn't get sick.
I thought so too. And I'm, been careful for all this time, and I, don't let my guard down ever, but I still got it.
Sure do hope Catherine feels better soon. By the way, a new study of breakthrough COVID cases in the UK found that being vaccinated not only reduced the risk of severe disease and hospitalization, but also lowered the odds of having long-term symptoms. A man out on his morning walk came close to dying when he was attacked by 2 pit bulls. Fortunately, some quick-acting neighbors jumped into action and saved the man's life. Now, this is an upsetting story, and the video, I promise you, it's intense.
A man is out for his morning walk when he is confronted by 2 vicious pit bulls. Surveillance video shows the off-leash dogs aggressively barking. The frightened 68-year-old man tries to back away. Then the pit bulls lunge. Watch as the man desperately tries to escape, but the pit bulls are out for blood. They knock him to the ground, then maul him, biting his back, head, and arms. The man tries to get up, but he's helpless.
The only thing I heard that man say was, "Help me. Help me."
Neighbor Daryl Berryman grabbed a sharp tree trimmer from his garage and raced into action.
They was killing the man, and all I could do was try to save him, because he kept saying, "Help, help, help."
When Daryl approached with his makeshift weapon, the dogs take off. Daryl knocked on another neighbor's door for help, but look, that dog is lurking, ready to pounce.
The guy was right here. This area right in here was covered with blood.
Neighbor Elmer Levine is a retired Houston deputy sheriff. He's sprung into action, armed with a gun.
I told him and his family to get behind me.
The lawman had 911 on the line when the dogs returned. He said he had no option but to open fire, wounding one of the dogs.
Seems to me like somebody had been feeding them gunpowder or something. I ain't never seen dogs that this vicious.
They had these words of comfort for the man.
I was trying to say, "Man, hold on, man. The ambulance coming. The ambulance coming. Just hold on, man. Please, please."
Police and paramedics arrive on the scene and bring the 68-year-old victim to the hospital. He's now in stable condition, FaceTiming with his family. Now these 2 men are being called heroes for saving a neighbor, fighting for his life against 2 vicious pit bulls.
If it had been a minute later, he wouldn't have been alive.
Those dogs are now with animal control. They will be quarantined for 10 days. Their owner has been questioned by police and could face charges. Here's a tip. If you buy a very expensive drone, do not fly it close to an alligator. Alligators may think it's a snack.
A drone hovers seriously close to a gator. Suddenly, the beast bites it right out of the air. Travel blogger Deb Langer was in the Florida Everglades and thought it would be cool to get a close-up shot of a gator with her new drone. But the hungry gator had other ideas. From its jaws. Talk about indigestion.
That's probably not good.
The video is causing a big debate on social media. Tormenting nature with technology, goes one comment. What a careless, senseless act, goes another.
In much of the Everglades, drones are banned because the Everglades is a national park. The blogger claims she was on a special tour where she says drones were allowed. We'll be back with more Inside Edition right after this.
Next, secrets of the house that can't burn down.
We'll be right back.
On the outside, I looked fine. I got really good at masking my depression. But inside was a different story. Even though I'd been on, still feeling depressed.
Is there anything more I can do?
Yes, adding Rexulti may help. When taken with an antidepressant, Rexulti was proven to reduce depression symptoms an extra 62% compared to the antidepressant alone. So you can stay on your current treatment and help build on your progress.
Rexulti can cause serious
Side effects. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and worsen depression in those under 25. Call your doctor about fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which could be life-threatening, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Increased cholesterol, weight gain, high blood sugar, decreased white blood cells, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, seizures, trouble swallowing may occur. When depression sets you back, keep moving forward. Talk to your doctor about adding Rexulti to your antidepressant.
Each year, someone wins a Granville Home of Hope. This year, the keys could be yours. But you can't win unless you buy a ticket. And you can't drive this Fresno Lexus for 2 years unless you buy a 2-ticket bundle. Another winner will be handed keys. October 13th on KC24. Your money stays local, so purchase tickets now.
I'm so glad we called Country Club Mortgage.
Honey, we're home.
With offices in the Central Valley, your loan will be done quicker and done right. Apply online or call 559-636-3333 today. Country Club Mortgage.
Do you know a local hero? We want to know at yourcentralvalley.com. KC24, Taji Palace Hotel and Casino, and State Center Community Colleges are teaming every month. Sign up at yourcentralvalley.com and tell us who your local hero is and why. Just share your local hero's contributions and self-achievements. Winners revealed each month on Central Valley Today. Enter now at yourcentralvalley.com. Heroes Matter on KC24.
This message is for the survivors of abuse by the Catholic Church.
If you or someone you love were a victim of sexual abuse by a priest, any employee, or other Catholic Church official, you could be eligible for financial compensation after years of suffering in silence. Call Right to Fight now.
If you or a family member were a victim of abuse by an authority figure in the Catholic Church, make the confidential free call now. 800-424-2819. The time to file in your state may be limited due to strict deadlines. Your claim may not be accepted if you wait.
Time for the great outdoors. Hit the road for family fun and weekend getaways. Travel Destination California with KC24, Saturday at 6:30. Sponsored by California Health Collaborative, Toyota, and CASA of Tulare County.
Well, this is our new home until the mortgage company that you chose gets the loan closed.
I should have called Country Club Mortgage. With and done right. Apply online.
Is brought to you by...
Charlie's my little sidekick when it comes to projects around the house. But she disappears on me. I can't see everything she gets into. That's why I trust Tide Hygienic Clean. It gets between fibers to remove visible and invisible dirt. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide.
Firefighters battling the Caldor fire out west were successful in keeping the wildfire from engulfing South Lake Tahoe, but the blaze still poses a significant threat to other areas. The other day, we showed you a house built to withstand a hurricane. Well, what about a house that won't burn down? Jim Murray shows you one.
As wildfire gobbles up homes near South Lake Tahoe, construction is being called indestructible. Ryan Palos and his family watched in horror on local news as their home outside Los Angeles went up in flames in 2019.
That's our house.
So you saw your house burn on television?
Yeah, it was a surreal experience.
It was an agonizing experience. Something, but he determined to do something to prepare for the next fire season, especially after he saw this aerial view of a burned down neighborhood with 3 homes still standing. He discovered the houses were built with specialized material that won't ignite. Now Ryan's rebuilding using that same technology.
Right. You can see how there's steel, but there's no wood. Today, the fire-resistant material is offering folks like Ryan and other homeowners hope that their homes stand a chance even during an inferno.
Lori Fisher is Ryan's architect and is with Phoenix Development.
inside the foam?
6 inches of concrete.
And there's rebar, so there's foam, rebar, and concrete.
The specialized foam bricks interlock, resembling Legos, and are filled with concrete and steel and won't.
So there's fire-resistant construction possible.
And check out this cabin that looks like it's wrapped in tin foil. Some are calling it a baked potato. It's another example of cutting-edge fire-resistant material. The fire shield is malleable and used to wrap homes and cabins during wildfires.
And some encouraging news today for firefighters battling the Caldor blaze. Winds are expected to die down as we head into the long holiday weekend. We'll be back right after this.
Still to come.
Excuse me?
The actress from the hit show Stranger Things. Her son was sucker punched on the basketball court. How it moved our Megan Alexander to tears.
So sorry you had to go through this.
And catch me if you can.
If you have Graves' disease, tears are often a cry for help. The redness, if you can't keep your eyes shut, up to 50% of people with Graves' disease will develop a separate condition called thyroid eye disease. If you have symptoms or bulging eyes, find a specialist at isitted.com.
If you're only using facial moisturizer in the morning, did you know the best time for skin renewal is at night? Add Olay Retinol 24 to your nighttime skincare routine. It combines hydrating moisturizers with powerful retinoids to renew millions of surface skin cells while you sleep. Plus, it hydrates better than a $100 retinol cream. Wake up to smoother, younger-looking skin with Olay Retinol 24. Learn more at Olay.com. This has been Medifax for Olay.
There's always more inside, more breaking news, more investigations, more inspiring stories, and more Inside Edition. Just go to InsideEdition.com and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Time for family. Destination California with KC24. This Saturday, we're featuring drivable destinations throughout our Golden State. Family-friendly stops on the map with Destination California. Saturday at 6:30 on YourCentralValley.com. Sponsored by California Health Collaborative, Toyota, and CASA of Tulare County.
Lithia puts the car in careers. Multiple opportunities. Search for your next job at lithiacareers.com.
Do you know a local hero? We want to know at YourCentralValley.com. KC24, Taji Palace Hotel and Casino, and State Center Community Colleges are teaming up to give a local hero $2,400 every month. Sign up at YourCentralValley.com and tell us who your local hero is and why. Just share your local hero's contributions and self-achievements. Winners revealed each month on Central Valley Today. Enter now at YourCentralValley.com. Heroes matter on KC24.
Addiction affects each person differently, and sometimes life's responsibilities like work and family can make it hard to get the help you need. That's why the professionals at First Steps Recovery developed the First Steps Outpatient Treatment Program. Experience evidence-based outpatient addiction treatment while still being able to handle your daily responsibilities with options of both an online or in-person outpatient. But getting the help you need doesn't have to be. Call First Steps today or visit us online at firststepsrecovery.com.
Welcome to California Scoop.
The underwater world can be yours to explore. Let California Scoop sign up for August scuba classes in a heated pool or reserve a spot for our Labor Day weekend trip to San Diego. Log on to Clovis Adult Education for fall open water diving classes. Veterans, let the GI Bill pay for you and your family's scuba diving certifications. California Scuba Center.
Diving adventure begins here.
Real real-time views where you live. The Valley Chem Network gives you the latest conditions live. See them on KC24 News or online at yourcentralvalley.com.
Let's moral principle. Bureau and the Ethics Center are proud to honor local professionals at the Celebration of Ethical Leadership. September 8th here on KC24. Let's celebrate with Fresno State, Donald P. Dick, and KC24.
Download the yourcentralvalley.com app for immediate information from KC24. Breaking news alerts and live streams from state and local sources. Download the app now.
Lithia puts the car in careers. Search for your next job at yourcentralvalley.com. Look in the job corner, powered by Lithia.
A teenager was left fighting for his life after being brutally attacked during a basketball game. Now his parents want justice. And you may recognize the teen's mom. She's an actress from a popular TV series.
Excuse me?
She's an actress who appeared on the hit Netflix show Stranger Things.
Oh, he just bumped his head.
Now, son, she says he was the victim of an unprovoked attack at a basketball court that nearly killed him.
Swelling was so severe after the fact that he had to wait 3 days before he could even have surgery.
We were told in the ER that we were incredibly lucky that he was alive because he had so much head trauma.
Was thrown to the ground, and when he got up to face his opponent, he was sucker punched in the jaw. He never saw it coming.
His jaw was broken in 3 places. It cracked fully on the right side.
The teen kid who threw the punch was charged with assault. He's a juvenile. But Alyssa and her husband want the other young men who videotaped and laughed during the beatdown to face charges as well. School officials are saying their hands are tied because it did not happen on school property.
Kids get to go back and enjoy their varsity sports and get to go into school and pretend like nothing happened.
Megan Alexander got teary as she interviewed the parents.
You guys caught me. I'm a mother of 3, including 2 boys, and I'm so sorry you had to go through this.
The kid's resilient. I gotta give him that. I think sometimes he's stronger than I am.
A GoFundMe account has been set up to take care of Nick's medical bills. When we come back, after Nick Buchanan.
Lithia puts the car in careers. Multiple opportunities. Search for your next job at lithiacareers.com.
Organizations that encourage diversity in the workplace and assist a diverse group of job seekers are entitled to be placed on a distribution list to receive information from KC24 regarding KC24 job openings. If your organization would like to be placed on our list, please fax your request to 559-860-0107. Please include a contact name, organization name, full address, phone, and fax number. Job seekers can find current job openings at yourcentralvalley.com. KC24 is an equal opportunity employer.
Abuse by the Catholic Church. Colorado, California, and Illinois have extended the window to file a claim for victims of childhood sexual abuse. It doesn't matter how long ago it happened.
If you or someone you love were a victim of sexual abuse by a priest, any employee, or other Catholic Church official, now is the time to hold these abusers accountable. We are here to help. Call Right to Fight now for a free and confidential consultation regarding your case.
800-926-3043.
You could be eligible for financial compensation after years of suffering in silence. Remember, you are not alone. More survivors are stepping forward every day to help stop the abuse.
If you or a family member were a victim of abuse by an authority figure in the Catholic Church, stand up for your justice and make the confidential free call to Right to Fight now.
800-926-3043.
The time to file in your state may be limited due to strict deadlines. Your claim may not be accepted if you wait.
Take it! Risk it! Take it! Risk it! The Tachi Palace presents the Hot Seats. The more you risk, the more you could win! Every Friday in September from 5 to 10 p.m. One winner will be drawn every half hour to play Take It or Risk It. You could win up to $10,000. $10K? That's a risk I'm willing to take. The $440K Take It or Risk It Hot Seats, only at the Tachi Palace Casino Resort in Lemoore.
Do you know a local hero? We want to know at yourcentralvalley.com. KC24, Taji Palace Hotel and Casino, and State Center Community Colleges are teaming up to give a local hero $2,400 every month. Sign up at yourcentralvalley.com and tell us who your local hero is and why. Just share your local hero's contributions and self-achievements. Winners revealed each month on Central Valley Today. Enter now at yourcentralvalley.com. Heroes Matter on KC24.
Stay informed with the latest local news on Facebook.
Like and follow our page, then click following and select See First.
Now you'll get local news that matters with KC24.
Lithia puts the car in careers. Search for your next job at yourcentralvalley.com. Look in the job corner, powered by Lithia.
Round and round he goes next.
Consideration.
That last inch. Elvive Dream Lengths with a cocktail of vitamins and fine castor oil strengthens hair's length and helps seal split ends. Now with more complete long hair care. Elvive Dream Lengths from L'Oreal Paris. You're worth it.
Okay, everyone. Our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals. Now introducing Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
I'm so glad we called Country Club Mortgage.
Honey, we're home.
With offices in the Central Valley, your loan will be done quicker and done right. Apply online or call 559-636-3333 today. Country Club Mortgage.
Do you know a local hero? We want to know at yourcentralvalley.com. KC24, Taji Palace Hotel and Casino, and State Center Community Colleges are teaming up to give a local hero $2,400 every month. Sign up to your local heroes' contributions and self-achievements. Winners revealed each month on Central Valley Today. Enter now at yourcentralvalley.com. Heroes Matter on KC24.
Terry's House is celebrating its 10th anniversary with KC24. For a decade, this home across the street from Community Regional Medical Center has provided a safe and comfortable place in the hospital. Terry's House is a symbol of our Valley's big heart. It was built and operates 100% by donations. Show your support and make a gift today at communitymedical.org/TH.
Years ago, the Good Feet store put me in one of their TV commercials. I wasn't able to do something that I loved because of my foot pain. I wasn't able to go on hikes. I got these arch supports years ago, and they're still kicking. They are still really helping and still making such a difference, and I just want to clamber around on these rocks, bounce around like a little billy goat. That's what I want to do. I'm Moira, and this is my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Time for the great outdoors. Hit the road for family fun and weekend getaways. Travel Destination California with KC24. This Saturday, destinations throughout our Golden State. Family-friendly stops on the map with Destination California. Saturday at 6:30. Or tour the stories anytime on yourcentralvalley.com. Sponsored by Tulare County.
I'm waking up my day. So let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on. Keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day. You make it feel alright. I'm waking up my day. Waking up my day. Don't you know I'm ready for whatever comes my way. I'm waking up my day.
Well, this is our new home until the mortgage company that you chose gets the loan closed.
I should have called Country Club Mortgage.
With offices in the Central Valley, your loan will be done quicker and done right. Apply online or call today. Country Club Mortgage.
Finally today, a little piece of video that we hope doesn't make you dizzy.
Talk about monkeying around? Round and round, this pet monkey can.
And that's Inside Edition. I'm Deborah Norville, and we'll see you again.